again, we do a check, we bring our kundalini up on top of our sahasrara. And we can check. Then we also do this check. We put the hands toward the picture of Srimadaji, which emits vibrations. And by the way, this place and vibrations flow really like well, yeah. And we put ourselves in a very receptive mode. So we let our kundalini pass through all our chakras. Nothing is important. None of your thoughts at the moment are important. If you have a firm desire of being thoughtless, you're going to master your mind. Distracted, just bring back your attention on the sahasrara and try again. Your desire is stronger than your mind. You know, step you can ask me, Kundalini, please come to my sahasrara. Let me feel the joy of the present. So we put both the hands on the lap, and we will try to listen to the music that is going to be played live through our sahasrara, through our fontanel body. actually entering. Thanks also to the work of Sharma and the Kundalini that is working within ourselves. Now, as an experiment, let's check again on top of our head. And then again on top of our neighbor. Check. Get up. Choose somebody else. Now, as I said in the beginning, this is the first part of the seminar, but there is also another exercise on the field, either this Saturday in Hartford, very 10, or the whole day at the Italian Festa in Norton Street. So Italian Park. But the aim is that you come also for only really 5 minutes, but you should try to experience, to give realization to somebody else, to awaken this Kundalini to somebody else. You do only once. Actually, you shouldn't do it till your Kundalini is fully established. But one is not going to do much difference. The only difference it does is that you can realize that you have these powers, and you can use your Kundalini to condition the environment around you in a positive way, rather than get conditioned. By the way, any question? It's not fair for meditation.
What does it mean when you have a heaviness at the start of the meditation? Heaviness, if you feel heavy.
Heavy on your hands, you mean?
No, heavy just everywhere.
Okay. The thing is, when your Kundalini gets awakened, then there are also some more gross feelings that you may experience, okay? But that's the beginning, just the beginning. The only feelings that you should put attention on is hot on the palm, or maybe also from the fingertips. Coolness, again, from the palm and fingertips, obviously also from the Sahasrara, and tingling. On the fingertips, you know, the chart there with all the symbols. I'm sure that you know already all the correspondence. So these are the signals that the Kundalini energy is giving you. The other things could be related really of the digestion, anything else. But the only feelings that you should be put attention on are tingling, hot, and cool. And with these signals, you will be able to understand your subtle system. So that all these things are things that go away. You can ask your Kundalini to help you in that. But if you feel heavy on the hand, use your mother earth. That's something. Use the quality of the elements. You know, the earth absorbs the heaviness. Yeah. So I know that I didn't really.
It's also, we all have the conditioning within us, and they're the things that weigh us down. So the more you meditate, these conditionings just fall away, so you become a lighter personality after some time. That you're not carrying around all of these burdens that we have as the conditionings, because they slow our ascent. So the more you can be in that thoughtless state, the more these sort of conditionings just fall away. We don't do anything. We'll be in meditation, things like that.
What if you feel tingling on your spine, up and down your spine, but not on your hands?
Okay. There are actually, this is something that more you work on people, more you give realization, more you can experience. that your Kundalini pass through your spine. Sometimes you can see pulsating on the spine. It's all normal. Like I had the same question when I was at the beginning, and the answer that they gave me is like, look, don't worry about these feelings. Are things that will go away with the time. Myself, I was feeling like not shaky, you know, but a little bit dizziness and things like this, and yeah, some heaviness like this. All of this goes away. They are all gross things that bit by bit they will get adjusted normal. Like your central nervous system is getting activated a new sense. Could you feel cool? Cool. Cool. Good, Jess. or what? No, could you feel like the manifestation of this energy on your hands? That means that your central nervous system you're experiencing something through your central nervous system that before wasn't there. So you have another gear. No? I don't want to come on again with the violin and speaking, but this is what is happening. So it's a transformation that you are experiencing, and just go through this experience. Go with the flow and enjoy that. You will be really amazed by the amount of coincidences, and if you express a pure desire within yourself, something that you want for your evolution, you will see, like, you don't know when, but after a while you will experience this, all the Sahaja Yogis did, I'm sure, that all of a sudden they realize, wow, I've been desiring this long time ago, and just now it's happening to me. And that desire was always a good desire, it wasn't want to be like something malefic. So, just to clarify that. Any other questions? Yes?
So when I listen to music, like music and like I'm feeling joy, sad, joy at the same time without being moving.
Okay. Yeah, that's very nice of you. I'll tell you also that happened with Shrimaji. So Shrimaji was going to a country, she was in the airport, and then there was this lady, the hostess, that carrying her with a wheelchair, and she was a bit rough. And you know, like when you are with Shrimaji, you make sure that everything is fine, that she's treated in a better way. And by the way, like there were people there waiting, they all opened their hand, they said, look, try to open their hands toward this lady, and then she went away, and everyone felt very cool. But by the way, that lady, once Sahaja Yoga came to that lady and said, look, try this, because maybe you need a little bit of meditate, a little bit, no? And then when he was giving the realization, he felt the left side a little bit cold, and the left heart, and then all of a sudden she started to cry. Like, because actually the Sahaja Yogi asked, do you feel, are you a little bit emotional? And then, oh yes! she went completely, and that's normal, like your left side, so the side of the emotion, may just accumulate things, not necessarily bad, it's just a stress on your emotional side, but you use a lot your emotional side, and so it's not something that must be very sad, it's just the way how you are prone to live your life in general. You live the moment by moment, maybe you live it with a lot of more emotions, so which is very nice and human, by the way. And then your left side gets accumulated things. Then when the Kundalini comes up and begins to balance, the left side is made by the element of the left side is made by water. So it's also funny, or maybe it's a coincidence, that when your emotions are in excess, they get manifested through water, through the tears, you know? I don't know if it makes sense, but to me it does.
So this is like an excess.
Yeah. So it goes, the thing is, you are having, again, a transformation here. Your subtle system is having a transformation. Vibrations are coming into your chakras. The chakras start to spin, the channels start to get rid of things that maybe before you couldn't, because you weren't even aware of that. Your Kundalini knows exactly what is in the chakra, how to work them, how to work them out, how to clear them, what are your expectations in life, what you did, what are your aspirations, and all of this with very graceful, this energy is very graceful and powerful at the same time. And bit by bit she will start to open these chakras like a flower, and now start the violin again. And then the qualities of the chakra will spread like the fragrance of the flowers, blah 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 blah. But that's what is happening actually within yourself now. So congratulations, by the way. Yes. Enjoy this time. It's just a gift that Sri Mataji gave to humanity. And I have a question for you. So how come, how is it possible that for so many years, thousands of years of yoga meditation, there was Patanjali, the one that made the so-called now Hatha Yoga, that is just a little part of that was saying, so these are preparation for your Kundalini awakening, and you have to do all of this, but you're not going to get it. Anyway, that was clarified. It was just a preparation for that. And so many years, so many sages, so many saints, and no one was able to awake this energy on the mass level. Then I can tell you that from what Sri Mataji told us, she in the 1970s, she opened the collective Sahasrara. Now I have difficulties to explain what is a collective Sahasrara, but imagine that we are all, we are all a reflection of the microcosmos, and then we have a Sahasrara, but there is a Sahasrara that is collective, and essentially there is a nice thought actually, we could have put it. Maybe we put it, I don't know, I want to see. Okay, no, maybe next time we put it. and she opened the Sahasrara, and from that moment was possible to people to get their awakening and to awake this energy to somebody else. And this living process triggered. And this actually, maybe next time, maybe now, I don't know, there will be many occasions where you can hear about Sri Mataji and how she actually did that, because even technically it was a big task. There was one period, around 30 years at least, that every day she was in a different city in the world, and she was doing programs one day, on Monday in London, on Tuesday in New York, and then in Milan, and then some city in Russia, and she traveled everywhere, and from everywhere there were thousands of seekers coming. And the stories about what Sri Mataji was doing, what people experienced, really what she did, like the transformation that people had, and also she cured many people, and she always told us, don't enter in the business of healing people, but there were people who could not see it, they started to see, could not walk, and they started to walk, and many of them, even though they experienced that, then they continued to see that. They just got that part. But it's very interesting the motherly attitude of this lady, that she was very small, but she was called the Great Mother. And so the question for me that I want to tell you is, how is possible that all of this is happening, and how is possible that even now she left her physical body, there are children, forever, there are people even coming to the programs that they start to meditate, they start to establish a relationship with their own Kundalini, and then they dream Sri Mataji, they experience very deep state of meditation. You will be able to awake this energy to somebody else. So this is my question.
In fact, I saw Mataji in 1970 when there was no Sahaja Yoga. So she was visiting every city, and she came to our city when I was a child, 48 years ago, and there was thousands and thousands of people, and she was very beautiful, I can recall, and she had a charisma in 1970, and she was going every district. I saw her in the Bulandshahr in the Uttar Pradesh, India. And she was just charisma.
And I think, what's your question? The question is, how is possible?
Oh, how's it possible?
Yeah, how is it possible? Like the nature of Shimazuchi, obviously, it's deeper and ancient. And this is something that, again, please, because also for us, like we are all humans, and we feel really like, how you say, like we get kind of a pleasure in the feeling, okay, now you come to Sahaja Yoga, you know, but this is not really the aim of all of this. The aim of all of this is that you establish your Kundalini. You first of all you free yourself from the limitation that your life experience and your own being has been through, and you become a different, like unevolved yourself. You get more in touch with the spirit. That's the other thing that happens. But I see that.
Just one quote of Srimanji that I remember is that after realization is the first experience of reality. So as soon as this happens, it's when we start to experience the reality. The reality which is the silence. So very simple, very beautiful. Yeah.
So yes. Sorry, I could not understand.
Students born like that. Born like that.
Yeah. You know that poem that we saw before at the beginning? Like she wrote it when she was a small child, and she knew already that she had this power in a way, you know? Like that she had this mission. But
so the outpouring of the consciousness is then the shelters, and so through this conscious awakening, this love that she's speaking about, this consciousness, is now homeless shelters and schools, and so the practical side of the spirituality is being lived out today in the world.
I could not understand the question.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Is that happening in Australia?
Yeah, it's here. Yeah, programs all around Sydney, around the world.
Yeah.
It's all to do with that pouring of love, strategy, knowledge, her experience that she's given us to that share. Yeah, so it's all about that. Speaking of the love, there is a love that we have been preparing. It's ready for you to enjoy. So please.
We just do one last thing, which we usually do at the beginning of the program, is there's 3 mantras which are linked to this Sahasrara chakra. We usually sing that at the beginning, but we didn't sing it today. So if we all just sit with our hands, really keep attention to Sahasrara, and hopefully we should really feel that beautiful joy and love at the top of our head.
Shri
the last, before we go and have lunch, we just raise the Kundalini and put ourselves in that protection.
Since 1970, when she met out this year. Wonderful.
I saw 1970. She was beautiful.
I know, of course she is.
And she was charismatic.
I know.
My floppy changed. My floppy child
You
changed.
know what? Yeah, you know what? Give me your number.
Yes.
Yes, I'll give you. I want to share with you.
Because that's the truth.
I know.
That's why I shared.
Listen.
No one asked me to share, but I know this is the truth.
Listen. When I first came into Ashram, first time, I don't know anything. I saw Srimataji. First thing I said, oh my God, I have seen her before. Oh my God.
Yes.
I tell you the experience.
Beautiful, yes. She has a aura, divine aura. चलो भाई खाना खा लो
Apparently, even when the atom is actually, you can actually see, that's how they got these symbols in the first place. And actually, somehow, you actually see that they're looking.
They put the share stories.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh, I tell you what, the most beautiful experience in my life.
Exactly, I saw, and there are maybe 10,000 people come to see her.
We were in the past.
Yes.
I believe.
Yeah.
I tell you the whole story after. It is very nice.
With you,
Of course.
of my
course.
And see, she's so beautiful.
Yes.
I got her. You
Oh,
know?
she is. Come. How are you feeling?
It's alright, good.
Yeah, because you're still not sure yet.
I
That's
saw
all right.
her 47 years ago. I saw. So is it truth?
Oh, yeah.
That's why I shared.
Very cool.
I never shared with anyone.
Oh, thank you.
कैसे महाराज
खाना अभी
Saturday.
कैसे हो भैया?